Welcome back to the Stardew Valley Granny Challenge. The challenge where we attempt to achieve perfection, role-playing as a grandma who cannot miss a birthday, giving only loved gifts, also completing every help wanted quest, special orders board, and optional Qui quests, all while taking 0 damage in the mines. What an excellent day it is. The final episode. We're gonna do it. The stream does not end until we get perfection. Or, I don't know, maybe we could still mess up. Maybe we have to attempt 6 episode 1, tomorrow? Can you imagine? I actually checked the playlist and the first stream was like June 26th or something like that. It's June 4th. It's almost a full year. Crazy how much time has gone by attempting this challenge, but it's been so fun. All right, guys, thank you. Welcome in. I'm so happy to see already so many people here for the challenge. And Leah, welcome back. I'm so glad you saw the community post I made earlier, kind of letting people know that this is the final episode. If you want to tune in and join it live, then you're welcome to do that. So I'm glad that you jumped back in. We had a lot of Sebastian action that we were sad you weren't here to witness. All right. I mean, nothing too crazy though. But whenever we gave him gifts, and especially when we saw his 10 heart cutscene, he takes us on the motorcycle. I was like, man, Leah's not here for this. We wished you were there. Or maybe you can catch it from the live stream, I guess the VOD later. Or maybe you saw it, I don't know. But yes, welcome in Leah, Marina, Luca, Amber, Zio, Abby. So many people here. Shout out to all my lurkers as well. Yes. It has been a while, Leah. Oh, man. The gang is all here. Exactly, yes. What a journey this has been, Abby. I totally agree. It's just like, it's surreal. It's surreal. There is part of me that is glad that it's ending because this wig is so uncomfortable. It's just progressively getting itchier and itchier. I don't know how that's possible. I guess the nylon threads are like falling, I don't know, are coming undone, and so there's more points of contact perhaps, but who knows? Maybe I need to get if I do the grandpa challenge, do I have to get like an old man? Like, it's not a wig. I don't even, it would have to be like a bald cap or something that I wear. How would that work? I don't know. Oh, yes. I look so old. Yeah, Leah, I got the wig only, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, maybe. It was very recent that I got it. But it was something I thought about doing a while ago, but just was like, oh, there's so many things happening. I don't know. I just didn't think about it enough. But then finally, you guys were sort of, I'm not going to say pestering, but you kept reminding me. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And I'm really glad I did. But yes, only positive thoughts, says Marina. Yeah, you're not going to fail the challenge now, right? What if we have another comment? Someone catches a mistake that we did in one of the live streams from a month ago or something, and they're like, oh, you forgot to check the help wanted board this day. Like, you forgot to do that. Didn't you say you were going to do that every day? No, that can't happen because after the infamous Granny Miss, I say the infamous Demetrius incident. By the way, let's go back. Maybe we should take a moment to review all the insanity of what's happened. How about we do that? I don't even remember what happened in like attempts 1 through 4. I'll give you a brief summary from what I do remember. Attempts 1 to 3 all happened very quickly. They all ended within the first 2 weeks. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I'll show you. Actually, on spring, you can see we have these 4 birthdays. The birthdays that are actually problematic. Well, actually, so Kent doesn't count. He's not available in spring of year 1. So it's only 3 birthdays. But Mayor Lewis and Haley, uh, they both have gifts that are impossible to get without good RNG. Like all of these are like, cooked items or like crops that you can't grow in spring yet, right? So basically for Lewis, you just need to get a vegetable medley either at the traveling cart or at the saloon. And pretty much the same with Haley. And then some of these other things you can get at the traveling cart as well. I think we had a clutch coconut for Haley in one attempt. Um, but yeah, the pink cake is also super valuable because it works for several people. Um, though Vincent, you can kind of hard force with the snail if you basically you just have to get the crab pot, right? It's not a true hard force because it does require some RNG, but it's much easier to set up. Less fickle than I think trying to get something for Haley and for Lewis. Anyway, so the first three attempts ended. Attempt number 4 got off the ground and we were moving. And also, I should remind you guys, we were playing on a very different a very different farm. Like my original conception of the Granny Challenge was that because I really thought about damage in the sense that we should avoid the mines. And because of that thought, uh, I figured that the hilltop farm would be the best farm because the hilltop farm has an area where ore nodes will spawn. So basically, you can get ore without going to the mines. Um, but that was also, I think I had a more hardcore mentality back then before I kind of softened the rules up a little bit to make the challenge even feasible, So after we softened the rules up, I realized, okay, well, the hilltop wasn't actually that meaningful because it turns out that the ores that you get are correlated to the floor that you've achieved in the mines. So you don't just get gold ore until you've reached floor 80, right? So they're connected. So there really was no real reason. Anyways, that triggered an important change. And I decided instead to focus our survival spring, you're no spring chicken, with certain spring goals that were related to fishing, right? Did we have, yeah, level 10 fishing and catch the legend. And also to set up 2 fish ponds. Also, remember, we set up, okay, first of all, this was something that this challenge taught me that I never realized before, which is that the legend fish is like so overpowered. I love it. It's not overpowered because you have to get level 10 fishing in order to get it, or you have to get basically level 9 and then eat like a trout soup to then, you have to fish with level 10. You don't actually have to be fully level 10 yourself. But yeah, you can use a buff to get to level 10, catch the legend, which is difficult to catch, even as, a level 10. And the roe that the legend produces is very valuable. It's crazy valuable. It's like 5,000. If you put it through a preserves jar, I think it's like 5,000. And then when you get the artisan profession, it goes up to over 7,000, right? But the idea here was that with fishing, instead of the hilltop farm, we would use the Riverlands farm, a farm type that I had never played before. Because it's a more difficult farm type. It doesn't have as much farming area. It's maybe not as fun because it's not as much of a grid. You can't really plan everything out. You have it's I think it's just there's less room for creativity. I don't know if that's 100% true. It's a subjective thing, but it's just a little bit harder to get around on and to build your farms. So it could be less fun for that reason. But anyways, so we were still going for farming. Like farming was still going to be our main money maker in the long run. But fishing turned out to be super valuable because we have access on the Riverlands farm. You have access to the the fish smoker. And combine the fish smoker with a kiln, and the kiln you can purchase wood from Robin. You can buy 10 wood from Robin for 100 gold, or in our universe we call them geesos. 100 geesos would give you 1 coal, and that's much cheaper than if you go to Clint where you have to pay 150. And so with the combining, because you have to use the coal to use the fish smoker. And so not all fish are worth smoking because maybe it doesn't pay back the cost of the coal. But in our case, most of the fish we were catching were smokable. And the quality of the fish is maintained in the smoking. So that was also really great. So we were making quite a bit of money, and fishing was kind of fun too. It was a totally different strategy I never pursue in my normal playthrough. Normally, I just start farming, I go to the mines, I get sprinklers, I get the economy rolling, and that's basically it. And I still enjoy doing that, but it was nice to do something totally different. What were the other bonus goals that we had? We were gonna do oh yeah. Oh yes. Remember Jas, her birthday? I believe it was in attempt number 4 that failed, and we'll get to why it failed here in a second. But for Jas's birthday, we didn't have a loved gift. So on the day or 2 days before, we went to the mines, and I just kept resetting the day with the hoe, tilling the soil on floor, I don't know, probably floor like 25 or floor 15 or something like this. And just you go in and you till the soil, and that gives you a very, very small chance of getting a strange doll. And so that's the nice thing about Jess. It is brute forceable. So we just brute forced it, and we got her a strange doll for her birthday. Though I don't remember on attempt number 5 if we had. I don't think, no, we definitely didn't do it. We didn't do that. We gave her, I think, we gave her a more normal gift. Yeah, I mean, we have it written here actually. We gave her a pink cake on her first birthday. Though we almost messed up her second birthday. Remember that was close. That was so clutch. The Junimos Yoba was smiling down upon us. And all of this is because of the lore. And I know I'm going kind of like out of chronological order, but this is just like a blast from the past of all the crazy stuff that's happened in this playthrough. Remember, we needed to give Jas her birthday gift, and it was summer year 2. And so actually we can scroll down to it. And this was during attempt number 5. So this it was the Star Spangled Summer. One granny under Yoba undamageable, with Willy and wine for all. You can see as we start progressing further in the challenge, our goals get longer and longer. But anyways, coming back here. Okay, we didn't really, I don't know. I wasn't super diligent about marking off all the gifts. But yes, the idea was we needed to give her a fairy rose. But when I went to the gift box or the chest, for some reason I took out, I believe it was a summer spangle. And we went and gave her the summer spangle for her birthday. However, the granny lore saved us. And let me show you what I'm talking about, right? So we have a whole section of the presentation here just dedicated to explaining who is Granny. All of this is canon friendly, right? Like none of this directly contradicts anything that's already in the game or explained by Concerned Ape. So this is all canon adjacent fan fiction of a sort. All right. Sort of, it's more of a conspiracy theory than proper fan fiction. But yes, Grandpa extended his life, and he was like the high priest of Yoba. And Grandpa's daughter is the witch, and the witch is Granny's mom. So that's the relationship. And the witch married the wizard, and they had Granny in the farmhouse. So this is her actually coming back to her, like her home, her original home where she was born, right? But then, what was this? They once lived in the farmhouse with her, but they tapped into the Junimo's power and were forever changed. There was a sort of a blood magic ritual that went awry. Lots of blood magic rituals have gone awry in our lore, okay? But this one caused the witch to become more of the witch and to turn green and also to not be radioactive per se, but to emanate magical radiation of such high intensity that it was no longer safe for her to be around normal people. So she had to leave. And the wizard's very salty about this. And that's why he complains about it, even though deep down he misses her and wants her back. But his way of dealing with it is by just being really negative and saying some not so nice things about the witch. And because of this, they decided to send their daughter away to boarding school in Zuzu City to give her a chance to live a normal life, right? They didn't want her to have some curse or something come down upon her. And so, yeah, that's why then they went and lived in different places. Now it's just becoming a lore video. I'm getting so sidetracked. Short story, the wizard got married to a human who he was a great husband, but he got terminally ill, and the healthcare system in Zuzu City is not very good. And so they came back to the valley to get help from because she knew that her parents had magical powers, right? She knew this, but she didn't really understand it because she was so young when she left. And so they did a blood magic ritual to save his life, but it came at great cost. And he was basically like mind wiped. So he didn't even remember his life with Granny. So, I mean, poor Granny. I mean, this guy as well, the husband. But he also, as a result of overexposure to Junimo awesomeness, he then became the henchman, right? He turned into this goblin creature, his life preserved, but at what cost? And as a result, then he lives with. That's why he lives with the witch. The witch took him under her wing because he was also radiating so much magical potency. It wasn't safe for him to return to normal society. So the witch took him in, and he serves as her silent henchman. And poor Granny, she's technically still married to him. And this is also part of her inner conflict because she has kind of fallen in love with Willie, even though they're it's like they're both deeply in love with each other, but neither has acknowledged it yet. You know what I mean? Although actually they do acknowledge it. We have gotten to a point where now we've established Willie come because he's out fishing and like taking care of his bait shop. You know, he's a hard worker. He doesn't come home until after 2 a.m., which is why you never see him in the house. But we did decorate the house for Willie, and eventually now he comes home, and he's a fisherman, so he wakes up at like 5:30 every morning and leaves before Granny wakes up. So that's how we explain that. Anyways, there's so much crazy stuff. The whole reason I pulled up the lore was to explain Jas. All right. Jas is the biological granddaughter of Granny. All right. This is our like Hobbit genealogy family tree here. All right. But basically, Granny and the henchman had a son who was best friends with Kent. And when Granny came to get her husband operated on magically by the Junimos, he also came, and he was he was like a teenager and of the same age as Marnie and her sister, Barney. And Barney and Granny's son fell in love. And then later they ended up getting married, and they had Jas. Though sadly, Jas was born after he went away to war. And that's why Kent is so scarred, because his best friend died in the war. So Granny lost her son, and so what is this? Jas has been in the care of Marnie, and also sort of under the tutelage, so to speak, of Shane. Okay, and importantly, Marnie, the true Marnie, is a very good person. We joke a lot about evil Marnie, right? But that's the evil Marnie. That's not the true Marnie. The true Marnie is actually one of the cows on Marnie's farm. Actually, I even put a screenshot of it here. This is Marnie and this is Barney, okay? Their souls were stolen. I should say their bodies were stolen, and their souls were cast into these two cows, forever doomed to just eat the grass and walk around, fully aware of all the rest of the valley progressing, and they're just completely incapable of communicating or changing their situation. And the way this came about was an evil Junimo, like Melkor in the Silmarillion, fell, or Lucifer if you're into Genesis, right, Lunimo, we named him, he fell from grace and he rebelled against Yoba and coveted the mortal coil. And in doing so, was able to possess Marnie, cast her body into a cow, and then to take Barney's body, who's been missing all these years. People think she went crazy and just ran off into the forest and was never heard from again. Her body's actually hidden deep in the dungeons beneath the farm that Lunimo built. Her body's actually in a hyperbaric chamber as a secondary physical body in case Marnie's body fails for some reason, right? Maybe she has liver failure or something. Who knows? But anyways, this also explains why there are no animals above ground. Where do all the animals come from? When you go to Marnie's and you purchase animals, and they automatically show up, you know? Well, obviously there is an illegal breeding operation, hundreds of floors, you know, all operated by evil Lunimo, who, using Marnie's voluptuous body and bubbly personality, is able to seduce the mayor and basically pay him off, or at least distract him, so that he doesn't know, and he would never suspect, right? So all of that is behind the scenes. And evil Marnie, we established, we didn't realize Marnie was evil until attempt number 4 ended. Now let me hop back up here. All right, see, I'm coming full circle. All right, so we got to fall. We had financial fall in attempt number 4. I thought we were doing really well. Even during some of the episodes, I remember saying out loud, I don't think this attempt is going to fail. From this point forward, I think we're safe. Boy, was I wrong. Attempt number 4 failed because, and I still remember this, we were playing, we were just grinding out stuff. We had all these goals, we were working hard, yet we had not yet developed a robust checklist system. And we didn't even develop the checklist until later, when we almost messed up. Oh, guys, I have to interrupt this because I totally forgot the whole punchline of why I mentioned Jas to begin with. We almost failed the challenge because we gave her the wrong gift. We didn't realize that we gave her the wrong flower. It's not a loved flower. But because Jas is Granny's granddaughter, we decided we would use one of our very few limited star drop teas, and that we would just give it to her because she's our granddaughter. And of course Granny would do that, right? I don't want to say we wasted, but we spent one of our star drop teas, one of the most valuable resources that you can have in this particular challenge, I might add. We gave it to Jas, and because we gave her that, star drop tea is considered a loved gift. So the challenge was saved. It was the most clutch star drop tea of all time. All right, so there you go. There's that. And I'll wrap up the story here with what happened at the end of attempt number 4. Basically, some people would say that I just forgot Marnie's birthday. In fact, that would be the story evil Marnie would want you to believe, right? She would be like, oh, well, obviously, isn't that the simplest explanation? That you just got too caught up playing the game, pursuing your goals, and oh, you forgot my birthday. And now you have to reset. In fact, I didn't even realize we had forgotten her birthday until we ended the stream. And after the stream, I thought to myself, wait a second, what did we give Marnie for her birthday? I don't remember. And I went back and I reviewed the stream footage, and I saw that we hadn't given her a gift. And I was like, we have to restart the whole freaking challenge, don't we? I was so devastated by that. But the truth is that evil Marnie, using her magical Junimo powers, reached telepathically, psychically beyond the confines of the game, infiltrated my brain, inceptioned me into getting distracted by all the other goals that we had, so that her birthday would pass. Also, coincidentally, one of the best things that you can do for Marnie, and you know, what core, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but one of the worst things that you can do for Lunimo is giving Marnie a loved gift. Because people are like, oh, why are you giving evil Marnie a loved gift? That's torture. That's how we torture Lunimo, and we make Lunimo pay for what Lunimo has done to Marnie, because there's some part of Marnie's brain, like in the Abdullah oblongata, that responds positively to the loved gift on a subconscious level, and it makes Lunimo feel like he is burning alive inside of Marnie's flesh whenever we do that. Though it's still difficult to be nice to evil Marnie, and we still do it anyway. All right. Okay, I'm gonna pause here. I know I've like ignored chat. I apologize, but I'm gonna try to come back up to chat, say hi to the people who have dropped in, and catch up with everything you guys are saying. Yeah, I see. Wait, Jay is here. Who else? I don't know if I've probably already said so many people, but I'll just say hi again to like Zio, Leah, Stacy, welcome, Amber, Marina. Let's see. So many people. Thank you so much for coming for the final episode. I really appreciate it. Shout out to everybody if I didn't say your name or if you're a lurker. I know it's such a slow start to the stream, but I think it's appropriate that we go back, we revisit the lore, the history that we've built together. But yes. Okay, let me see some of the stuff that you guys said probably about 30 minutes ago. Yeah, Leah, we did not get Sebastian's 14 heart cutscene because we didn't marry him. We married, or we roommated Krobus, so that's why. Yes, and we've got Pierogi, the dog. Leah, you haven't played Stardew in a long while nor watched anything about it. Okay, so you're back. Good. Hopefully this review has gotten you back into. I've caught you up to speed. And Jay, your wilderness farm is going well. Glad to hear that. You're excited for this, but also sad for it to be over. Stacy, I have a similar feeling. And I might take a little break. I'm at least going to take next Thursday off. In Thursday is usually my gaming stream, but I've already made plans for next Thursday. So there's not going to be a stream then. I may or may not stream next week if I feel like it. If I'm like inspired, I'll do it. But also maybe I'll take a little time off and then we'll come back. The idea is that we'll start the Grandpa Challenge, which I think is 10 times harder than the Granny Challenge. But we'll see. It might not even be feasible. It is technically possible to beat Stardew Valley without taking a single hit point of damage, hardcore. But I don't know. Is it actually humanly, I don't know, what's the word, feasible, right? We'll see. Love this community, Marina. Me too. You remember when I was grinding for the doll, Jay? Yes, that was so funny. There were so many times that we had to go in the mines, or at least remember when the first this was in attempt number 5, we had the Skull and Sails Spring. Actually, I'll ask you guys this question, and I'll try to catch up in chat so that I don't respond to this like 40 minutes from now. But Skull and Sails Spring was probably, of all the seasons, this was my favorite, because it was when everything came together, right? We had the Willy Wizard War Chest Winter, where we basically cashed in all of our money, right? Because the end of year 1 is when all the prices go up, right? So we bought everything that we needed, or that we possibly could, using all the resources and from all the very careful farming and everything that we had done. And so then it felt like we were cashing in on this because we unlocked Skull Cavern, not by going to floor 120 of the mines, but by going to the Desert Festival. And this is probably one of the best tips I could give for anyone attempting this challenge. If you want to kill monsters more easily, do not go to floor 120 of the mines. Because if you do, the monsters get a huge health boost and defense boost. So it's just, you might not even notice it because by that point you're already upgrading your weapons, so it's harder to tell. But it does make a big difference, and it's for all monsters, not just in the mines, but in Skull Cavern and the volcano. So we went to Skull Cavern during the Desert Festival instead, and you don't need the Skull Key to access it. And so we maximized these 3 days of Skull Cavern and got so much iridium ore. I mean, we reset the day so many times. You guys remember that? That was crazy. We were just grinding. I kept taking because I kept taking damage. It was so difficult. it was it was way more difficult than I anticipated, and I did anticipate it being tough. But somehow, I don't know, we managed it. We got a bunch of prismatic shards. We got all the iridium ore we needed. It was so fun. And of course, the sales, right? Why was it, sales? Because that was when we repaired the boat at Willie's boat shop or fishing shop. And so then we got access to the Ginger Island. And that was also fun. Setting up Ginger Island, going around collecting all of the golden walnuts. Once Ginger Island was set up, then money wise we're pretty much set because I can just farm starfruit on Ginger Island. Though I don't know if we actually even set up Ginger Island in spring. I think we waited until summer because we had so many other random things we had to do during spring. And we had the most clutch week. This was actually maybe the most clutch week of the entire playthrough. If I had to pick one week that was crazy, it had to be the week before the desert festival, because if you guys remember, our combat was like combat level 6 or something. And on this particular Sunday at the traveling cart, we found the combat quarterly, and we had enough money to purchase as many combat quarterlies as we needed to get our combat level to level 10. And that was amazing because that unlocked a few things for us that we needed, like the iridium bands. We could craft iridium bands that would help us in the mines. And then also, that was when we got during this week, we also got a prismatic shard from the quarry. And we were able to go to and get the what is it called, the galaxy hammer. And so we went into the desert festival much stronger because of that. And actually, I'm forgetting one of the most important things, which was that we killed 500 dust sprites. This was probably the most pain. The dust sprites are the most. They represent perhaps the biggest threat to the challenge, especially the hardcore challenge, because their movement is so unpredictable and they're so difficult. Even though they're not difficult to kill, they're difficult to dodge and they break the rocks, so they can get you. You can't hide from them very effectively. Anyways, the important thing is we also got the burglar's ring, and because of that, then that gave us double monster drops, so that all the monsters we killed during the desert festival, we would just get a lot more loot. Okay, enough. I asked you guys what was your favorite season. I'm not gonna rant. I'm not gonna ramble until I get to that part of the chat. But I want to make sure I read all the other nice things that you guys are saying, even if it happened like 20 minutes ago. So apologies for my slowness. Yes. Okay. You remember the Jas Star Spangle? What? And you know what? I blame evil. We do know it was evil Marnie. She's the one that caused us to do that, obviously, because evil she's like the evil stepmom. She treats Jas so poorly. Like, Jas always complains that Marnie never lets her do anything. It's very clear Lunimo is abusing authority, right, over poor Jas, and didn't want her to get a good birthday gift. Thank goodness for tea parties, right? That's so right. Short story long, says Marina. I can't help it. I'm really trying. I'm really trying to give you guys the brief version, but there's so much that has happened. Is this the lore explanation we always needed? Yes. Yes. It's like I'm like Batman, but for lore. I'm not the lore you deserve, but the lore you need. Oh, yeah. Where is everyone from again? And Amber, you're from Wisconsin. I've actually never been to Wisconsin. I grew up mostly in Texas, born in Colorado, lived in a few other places in the US. But I live in Finland now, and I've lived here for, I don't know, like, well, kind of like 10 years, but not fully 10 years, more like 8. Um, but yeah. Yeah, we got people from Brazil, other Finland, Poland, uh, Maine. Guys are from all over the place. Yeah, that's the beauty of the Stardew community. Streams always bring people in from all over, Jay. I agree. 30 minutes in, no let's jump in yet. Amber, I'm taking my sweet time. We've got plenty of time. We're in no rush. We can essentially get perfection like the next day. Like we just need to kill 10 slimes and then we're done, you know? Every time Tyler starts talking about Willie only climbing into bed after Granny's sleeping, so she never actually sees them, it reminds me of that song Brandy from the 80s. I don't know this song. I'll have to go look it up, Stacy. But yeah, I mean, if it's anything, if it if it's anything related to Willie, then I can appreciate it. All right. Well, I didn't used to think okay, my experience with Stardew NPCs is I always loved Pam. From the very moment I met Pam, I distinctly remember playing this game, meeting Pam, and almost being convinced that this game is amazing. Like I'm so glad that there is a Pam in a video game. Like she's just such a cool character. And I always was, I'm like, I'm always on her side. I'm always in her court, you know. Pam can do no wrong. And then I met Willie, and that through this challenge, I feel like I've developed an even greater appreciation for Willie. Not above Pam, of course, but in a different way. Like Willie is very noble in a way that is humble, right? Like he is the Aragorn of Stardew Valley. I'll say that. He's the king in rags. You know, he's just such he's a good guy, but he's also just like so um and noble. I don't know what other word to use. Like he should be mayor, right? Not the mayor we deserve, but the mayor we need. Um my life, my lover, my lady is the sea. Oh, that's Willie, right? Oh, yes. He hasn't checked chat. Hey, well, I'm reading chat now. I'm catching up. Stream doesn't end until Granny reaches perfection. I think we'll be for a while here. Yeah, you guys are complaining like, oh, you haven't even gone in to play Stardew. But the sooner we reach perfection, the sooner the stream ends, right? It behooves you to keep me yapping, all right? You like the yap, Jay, exactly. He could have recapped everything after finishing the run. Could have been a nice wrap up. That's also a good point, Zio. That's a good criticism. Maybe that would have made for a better live stream. But it's fine, right? It's fun. I think it's also part of the buildup. It's good that we know what the stakes are by recapping all the failures before we get our huge success. But maybe afterwards we can talk a little bit more. We can reminisce. I won't go through everything. There's definitely still a lot more. And it would also be fun to hear from you guys what the most memorable moments were. Well, I mean, we haven't even talked about Grannymas. We haven't even talked about the Demetrius dilemma that nearly ended the run. And we remember we a whole episode, a whole live stream, like 3 hours dedicated to discussing, dissecting, and voting on whether or not to continue the challenge, all because of the Demetrius dilemma. All right, I'm not going to even go into it because I'll get sidetracked, and I want to catch up with you guys in chat. But yes, you find it funny looking forward to hearing about various kinds of toast, Harry Potter, Finnish buildings, etc. Yeah. That's right. The bean toast baked bean toast that I had recently. And of course, yeah, oh my God, the Harry Potter stuff. It's so difficult to not like the thing about Harry Potter is it's not like a bad story necessarily, but it's bad in ways that make me want to rant about it. You know, like it's bad in a way that just feels like surely there are other people out there who are incredibly frustrated with these characters and the plot holes. You know, like it just But that's a separate story. I'm not going to go into the rant. But thank you for remembering that, Amber. And a good Tolkien rant as well. Justice for chat. Oh, man. You're making a farm that you started last stream. Good. Cannot forget about the Grandpa Challenge. You remember that, Leah? And yeah, Leah, you were there for the Skull Cavern dives where you restarted the run for a few hours straight. And that was, oh really, that was the first stream that you joined. Interesting. Yeah, I remember the first the stream that we did where I remember we were on day 2 on the 16th of spring, and the entire stream we did not finish the day. We reset the day. And I remember reaching the end of the stream. I was like, guys, I'm so tired. I can't keep doing this. We haven't finished. I can't beat it. And we had to come back. And eventually I was able to beat it. But that whole stream, it a long stream. It might have been like 7 hours. I streamed for 7 hours, I think, and we just couldn't beat it. I kept taking damage no matter how hard I tried. Oh, but yes. Thank you for that tip. I don't hear enough other people talking about it. People just get to the bottom of the mines as fast as they can. Yeah, I mean, I think it's still worth it in a way. Like, and there's no reason not to get to the bottom of the mines, especially if you're just playing normally, right? But it is a good tip if you want to, I don't know, avoid fighting harder monsters. But hey, what's up, Ruins? Welcome in. Yeah, the last episode, we're taking our time. And Jay, you're saying, oh, you didn't know that, so you'll leave getting to floor 120 for later this time. Yeah, I think it's at least a good tip for getting the monster eradication goals done. Maybe in the mines. But yes, Granny, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. But my life, my love, my lady is the sea. Wait, Abby, what is that? An actual lyric? Is that an actual song? Is that the song you're referring to? Because that's literally Granny. That's literally Granny's story with Willie. Hold on 1 second. I'm back. I'm back. Willie Gorn, exactly. Luca, your farm's like 50% done. Hey, well, mine is pretty much done. All right. That's another thing that I've really appreciated about this challenge is it's pushed me to decorate and to learn to decorate. Like I actually feel so much more capable and competent about how to decorate in Stardew. You know, like what items or which pathing and different decorations look really good together. I am also now the loft expert. I can make a beautiful loft. That's my thing. I like making multi-tiered rooms where that was, oh, it looks so good. It's the only way to do it. The only way to decorate for me now. Hey, Buse, welcome in, Buse. I haven't seen you in a while. Yes, the gray hair. We got the granny wig. Who is this, right? I love the reunion. I'm so glad I posted. I don't know if you guys noticed from the community post or if it was because I changed the thumbnail. You know, I thought like we need a little gold in the background of this thumbnail, you know, to cap it off, right? For you, Leah, it's always been about Sebastian. You saw him and he was your favorite instantly. It is fun how like people can have such strong experiences with these fictional characters in a video game. I think that's great. Marina, you were really pumped to know you were vegan. That was a moment for me. And in the gameplay, I couldn't say anything but granny miss. The discussion leading to it was something else. Oh, well, thanks for saying that. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, we did have a few streams where we talked about being vegan. We've talked about vegan foods and whatnot. I think that's really been great. It's been great just to like just hang out and chat with you guys. But yeah, Granny Miss was crazy. That yeah, I remember you were there. And some of you, I remember Leah, you were there as well. Some of you were like hardcore. Like you were like, you have to start over. I was honestly expecting most of you to be like, well, it's a small mistake and it kind of makes sense in terms of the lore that we could keep playing. And the mistake happened so long ago. But initially, many of you were like, I would say the more invested or outspoken members in the chat initially were like, we got to restart. And I was like, oh, I'm not mentally or emotionally prepared to restart right now. I was thinking we would keep playing, you know? But we kept talking and we ended up voting and we decided that we would continue the challenge, but not without a penance. And Granny did her penance. Oh man, let's see if we can find that. Where was that? I was here. Granny's penance. Oh yeah, it was because of the Demetrius dilemma. By the way, this was a screenshot from when it happened. We got the fishing quest from him, but then we forgot to turn it in. And rewatching the stream was so painful because I'm like, oh my god, I literally saw Demetrius on the screen. All I needed to do was go talk to him, and I would have turned it in. But I got distracted by purchasing things from Robin that we just played out the rest of the day and never turned it in and never noticed. Nobody noticed. By the way, you'll see up here in the title, this was Attempt 5, Episode 2. I believe this was in September of last year. And nobody noticed until, was it March? I think by the time we got to this point, March or April. And so, yeah, we ended up deciding on Granny's penance. And so, yes, the Junimos allowed her to persist. That was the other question. I'm like, why didn't the challenge should have reset shortly after, but nobody noticed. So, and we interpreted that as the Junimos sort of allowing Granny to persist in this iteration. Remember, every time we fail and have to reset the file, Granny doesn't like die or disappear. She's simply reincarnated in a kind of Groundhog Day scenario. So due to mercy, the Junimos allowed her because she did complete the quest by getting the fish. It wasn't like she just ignored the quest. She did it. She just didn't talk to Demetrius. But also Demetrius is important because of all the villagers who probably would not care whether or not you turned in the quest, Demetrius is top of the list. Demetrius kind of lives in his own world. He's like the most, I don't want to say, it's not that he doesn't have emotions, but he's more like emotionally disconnected or like distant. I don't know. I'm not saying this in a negative way, but he's more apathetic, right? He didn't emotionally register Granny's failure. And that's probably why the Junimos never punished Granny. But Granny felt immensely guilty and has to perform her penance. So this was why this, and because it's crazy, it was 120 Geso reward, and that's why we had to go to floor 120. Like it was just too poetic. That was one of the punishments. We had to go to floor 120, get the skull key, upgrade the monsters to make the game harder, to make the challenge harder. And then we had to do the 12 days of Grannymas, every day giving a loved gift to 4 random villagers. We had a wheel that we spun at the beginning of every day. So we had 4 villagers. We had to give them each a loved gift. And every day we had to give a prismatic shard to Yoba. We would go into the chapel and drop off a prismatic shard. And then on the 13th day, Granny rested and she drank beer all day. That was also pretty hilarious. But yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of crazy stuff happened. Oh, but okay, wait, let me come back to chat. Sorry, I did get distracted, but look. Yeah, Zio, oh, the Skull Cavern stream was also your first stream as well. That's interesting. I wonder if there was something about playing Skull Cavern that like people are more gravitating to. Like if you're just decorating, maybe it's not as interesting as the Skull Cavern stuff, right? So maybe more people came in for that. Though that's bad news though for the hardcore challenge because there's no way I'm doing those Skull Cavern dives in the same style. You know, like we won't be running around taking big risks like Granny. We will have to play it super conservative if we want to have any hope of ever achieving perfection as Grandpa. But the good news is that we, as grandpa, we don't have to worry about people's birthdays. It's gonna feel weird. It's gonna be so weird to play the game and just completely ignore the villagers, and like I normally play. I'm not ready for that. Um, but yes. Um, no hitting Skull Caverns is tough, right? Ruins, yeah, it is. And you started following the challenge later on, Marina. So your moments are more limited, right? Yeah. But I mean, the VODs are there. You guys can Hey, but it does make a difference if you're live in chat. It makes a big difference for me that you guys are reacting to everything that's happening. But yeah. Okay, there is a song called Brandy that has those lyrics. I need to look this up because it sounds too much like Willie Gorn. His hair on the mirror looks funny. Wait, whose hair? My hair? What are you talking on what mirror? Hey, what's up, Ayubovich? I'm still just watching your live because I just finished my exam. Hey, well, congrats on finishing the exam. I hope you did well. We are about to finish the ultimate exam, the greatest challenge of my life. Well, the greatest challenge of my video game life. Maybe I've done harder things in other ways, technically, but this one has required so much from me. But it's been so fun. It's been so rewarding. I can't take him seriously with the wig on. Views, come on. This wig gives me authority. All right, this is my crown. This is who I am. I'm meant to be. Who I was born to be. Granny. Maybe that's also part of it. And I've mentioned this a few times throughout the challenge. Unironically, role playing as a grandma in a video game is the nourishment that my soul has needed that I didn't even know that I needed. Like it's been not just a fun experience, but a spiritually enriching experience. All right. I don't know how that makes sense, but it's true. We've had so we've had so much fun imagining Granny, her backstory, the complex web of relationships and lore connecting her to all these other characters and the broader story world. Even Mr. Quee has a place in the lore. It's been a lot of fun. How many times are you restarting Grandpa Challenge before you decide it's impossible? I don't know. It depends on how far we get, right? Obviously, like if I spend like 100 hours on a file and we have to reset it, that's going to be a lot harder. That's going to be I'll say up front, my biggest fear is not the mines, it's not Skull Cavern, it's the volcano. Because the volcano is the one place where you can't use ladders and you have to go through the levels. That to me, that's crazy. That I don't know. That's terrifying. So, yeah. But okay, let me catch up with you guys. I keep saying that. Yeah, Marina, in your mind it was dirty, dirty run in Leah's voice. Okay, yeah, Leah was saying that. Yeah, so the run isn't perfect, but in a way that's part of the story, right? Granny was never meant to be perfect. And in a way you could argue this is part of Granny's growth. I would say that when Granny was younger, she was probably one of those like really put together girls in school who got good grades, was almost like to a fault a bit of a perfectionist, cared too much maybe about what other people thought, or at least in terms of wanting to appear good and competent. And so, but that also lent her that was also a strength because it enabled her to get a job at Joja Corporation. She rose the ranks. She became quite a successful executive. And actually, when you see her at the end, or well, at the very beginning, when you have the cutscene and she's just in a cubicle, that we never really went into the lore, but that I did mention briefly that there was a sort of corporate power struggle or restructuring, and she was essentially sabotaged And so she lost all of her influence. She wasn't fired, but basically she was demoted into a nothing job, a dead end, and that's why she's in that quite literal dead end cubicle when she decides to go back to the valley. But yeah, so that's also why Granny. It's important for Granny to grow a bit, right? That the Demetrius thing happened, but she performed penance, right? And that, in a way, it's better. The world is a better place. Like it's kind of like that Japanese thing where like a pot breaks, but then they like mold it back together with like solid gold or something crazy, and it's the most beautiful pot with all these like intricate little metal solders that connect it together. It's that's Granny, right? She has to grow through the brokenness, and in the end it's even the magic is deeper, the magic is even more beautiful, not in spite of the bad or the brokenness, but precisely because of it. Or I don't know if it's because is the right word, but despite it, there's a deeper and greater beauty that Granny can tap into. Leah, you can't believe you had such an impact in chat. All of you had so much of an impact. We're almost getting too nostalgic. All right, we haven't gotten perfection yet. All right, and there's no crying yet. Abby, watching the last episode of Attempt 4, knowing Attempt 5 was coming was so memorable. The first desert festival did drive me a little mad with the multiple long streams and no progress. Yes, I can totally see that. Granny had braids. Yes, I've got like this like braided bun or whatever it is in the back. Um, you'll remind everyone the hidden truth of the run as Tyler reaches the summit for the one last time, Leo. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. Oh yeah, like the stream, says Marina. If you're enjoying the challenge, or if you've enjoyed it, now that we're on the final episode, why not leave a like? Why not subscribe? There's definitely more Stardew content coming. The main thing for you, Abby, is the saga, or in this saga was the lightning ancient fruit incident. But I'm sure you destroyed them yourself when prepping for the next season. Couldn't bring myself to comment on it. Wait, Abby, if you can find evidence that I destroyed the ancient fruit, I will accept it. I would like to know. But I did not do that. I maintain it was the lightning, because I would have noticed if I used the pickaxe. I am super careful about clearing crops and whatnot. And I don't and it's usually obvious when you accidentally kill a crop, right? So I don't think I actually did that, but I do remember realizing at one point that I was like, "Where's the ancient fruit? Like, it takes forever to grow, but I know we planted it, right?" And yeah, lightning had struck it. That's my theory. That's the only reason it would have died. Is like we had scarecrows, we had everything. It had to have been lightning. But that's funny you bring that up. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me of that trauma. The new thumbnail didn't look gold to you. It made you think of sawdust. Well, who knows? Maybe this will go up in flames like a pile of sawdust or something. But yeah, the intent was that it's supposed to be shimmery gold. But hey, sawdust is also very Stardew appropriate, you know. Am I crazy? There was a mirror right there. Wait, can you guys? Oh, there is a mirror. Okay, I never see it because whenever I look in my camera, uh, I'm sitting here. But yeah, you can see my mirror, which means maybe you can see me when I walk over here. That's important. I gotta remember. I better not do anything really embarrassing if I'm if I think I'm off camera. Oh, so that's how you saw the braids. Okay, that makes more sense. But yes, you joined the. Oh, Leah, you honestly joined the first stream thinking like, I'm bored. This granny challenge keeps getting in my recommendations. I gotta check it out. and I watched how Tyler kept resetting. Yep. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that YouTube pestered you enough to show up. Clearly, YouTube knew what you liked because you stuck around. All right. It's your own fault. All right. You're probably going to have to get mastery and get an ice rod before you even attempt the volcano dungeon. Can't wait to watch it. Yeah. I haven't thought too much about the strategy. Um, but yeah, we're going to have to approach it very carefully. The problem with getting the ice rod is I'm pretty sure the only way to get it is from monster drops, right? Or can you get the ice rod from like fishing? But the chance of getting it from like a fishing chest, I think might be so low that it just might not be worth the time to get it, especially because it doesn't guarantee to protect you, right? Like, but the ice rod has saved me multiple times on the granny challenge, so it is the best for this type of thing. But yeah, that's crazy, Stacy. The song's about a woman in love with a man, but he can never fully commit to her because he loves sailing so much. Hey, Kaimo, what's up? Welcome in. Tyler came out to play. Exactly. Respectfully, I have designated voices for all of you, chat. So everyone in chat has a different voice in your head, Marina. You overdid it at Costco the other day, but at least you got a ton of snacks, Kaimo. Nice. You're gonna get emotional now, Stacy. Oh, it's kintsugi, meaning golden joinery. That's the Japanese. Thanks for mentioning that, Zio. Right? Are you studying Japanese? Someone was studying Japanese. I might be confused, but I think it was you, Zio, right? Um, it's the first time you can see the mirror, Marina. Don't you worry. That's true. Um, but yeah, no. Yeah, you guys haven't. Maybe it's also the way I have because my camera is on my laptop, so it could be just the way my laptop is positioned. But yeah, the haunted skull dropped them for you, Jaro. Jaro Jess, welcome in. See, that's the thing. Uh, the monster drops. Getting the things that we need from monsters is obviously going to be the hardest thing about the grandpa challenge, right? So we got to try to do everything we can to put ourselves in the best position before even going into the mines. But we might still go into the mines at the beginning anyway, because if we're going to reset, we might as well go in and try to get some good progress within the first few hours of the playthrough, right? Maybe to get set up with certain ores, to get set up maybe with the burglar's ring. That might be a good goal, actually. But yeah, I don't want to get too carried away talking about that because that is a separate challenge, and we're here to celebrate the granny stuff right now. Kaimo says, I love my boyfriend, but I'm also a little mad at him. Like, not super mad, but he overspent on something ridiculous for me. And like, I love that he did something for me, but it was just, I don't know, Kaimo. I don't know if I feel sorry for you. Oh, what a hard life, someone buys you a nice thing. But anyways, no. Um, but yes, okay, Zio, you do get the Japanese, study Japanese. Um, oh, that's he got a nice tiny box of chocolates for you. That's really sweet. Oh, well, yeah, I'm glad that yeah, it's important to, splurge on the ones you love, especially on a birthday or special occasion like that. So that's good to hear. All right. Well, you know what? It's about time. We've been streaming over an hour. We've had a good, indulgent, pre-stream where we've reviewed some of the highlights from all of this. And now we need to approach it. Now let's take a look at our summer goals for the slime-tastic summer, by the way. Um, we only have 10 more slimes remaining. All right. We have to decide how we're going to spend our time, right? I've decided I'm not going to decorate the traveling merchant stand. And the main reason is that the traveling merchant is a crook. The traveling merchant is in cahoots with Evil Marnie. I mean, the prices they charge. It's highway robbery. So they don't deserve their own stand. We already decorated the Hat Mouse Cafe. However, I do feel bad that we still haven't built a Yoba Chapel. So I think we should try to build one. And I was actually right before stream thinking we have no space to build one. We've already decorated our whole house. I don't want to change the rooms. And we've also decorated the what is it, what the sheds. And I don't know if I really even want to build another shed. We don't really have space. This is one of the downsides of the Riverlands farm. There just isn't enough space for a lot of the buildings, right? So I've decided we're gonna build the Yoba Chapel in one of the barns. I think this is appropriate. You know, like it would make sense that the Yoba Chapel is where the innocent and pure-hearted animals are, right? It and to put Yoba close to the weakest and the meekest of creatures, who I should remind you were rescue animals from the mines, from the dungeons beneath Marnie's evil Marnie's farm, right? So maybe we'll build a little Yoba chapel there. Um, but I don't really have a plan for it. We do have a picture. Let's take a quick look because maybe that's what we'll do on our first day. Or maybe what we'll do is we'll go to the mines, we'll kill the slimes, and then we'll come home, we'll build the Yoba chapel. And that, oh, also, you know what? I had another thought. Wait. Um, Wait, what was I going to look up? I needed to look up, oh, Krobus. Does Krobus have a 14 heart event? Because we haven't gotten it. 14 hearts. Enter the beach. We have to go to the beach. Okay, this will be our plan. We're going to go to the mines. We're going to kill the slimes. Only 10 slimes. We're going to come home. We're going to build the Yoba chapel. It's going to be a small chapel, so it shouldn't be too difficult to build. I'm not even reading the details of what happens. I don't want it spoiled. And then we're going to go to the beach before 1 a.m. And we're going to visit, we're going to see his cutscene. And then we go home, we sleep. The next day, we should have perfection. How about that? Does that sound like a plan? That's also, oh, we also need to go to visit Sam. It's Sam's birthday. So we got to give Sam a gift. We'll probably just give him pizza or whatever comes out of the Statue of Endless Fortune. We have to check the Help Wanted board, and it's a Wednesday, so there is no special order for us to worry about. All right. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to look at was for inspiration, right? Like this. Like, I like the columns, obviously, but I might make it just a lot simpler than this. I might make it a lot simpler. And the other disadvantage of this is that these designs were made with 1.5, and there's a lot more that you can do now with 1.6. And one idea that I had was actually to build something like this, right? To build like this forest temple, but to make it an altar of Yoba instead of, you know, a sword. Um, but I don't think, wait, can we change the flooring inside of a barn? Even if we could, I don't know if I want to. Like it would be a little weird. Maybe we'll just try to build a little platform like this and put the furniture down. I hope we can put furniture in, we can put furniture in the barns, right? We'll build a little something like this real quick. And I don't know, put a little altar to Yoba. We can, instead of using these columns, we'll put the gold columns and maybe try to mirror what we see in the chapel. Hold on, I'll show you the picture of the actual chapel. We have a picture of it here. Oh wait, hold on. See, this is the actual chapel. It'd be nice to try and recreate this. Put down like some stools or whatever. Put a little thing. I don't think we'll have enough space to put all these columns, but we can put some columns in there. We can try. Okay. Let's hop into Stardew. Finally, right? Oh my god, I gotta adjust my seat. I'm just but yes. Paimo says, I love you, but this much money could have gotten so much better stuff somewhere else. Screw the bougie people thinking they're better than a box of Ferrero Rocher. He could have just bought you a ton of what's that like? What's that? Is it called like cobblestone or something? What is that? It's the chocolate you always see in the airports, and it has this weird triangular pattern. What is that called? But anyways, yeah. Let's hop in. All right, now. All right, I have a bunch of random stuff. Why did we have this? We were decorating. Did I need to place any of these things down? I don't remember. Strange. Well, anyways, let's just get all of our stuff, our normal stuff. Leave everything else. And I don't know, quickly try to organize a little bit here. Hold on a second. Wait, where's my sword? Okay, yeah, there we go. Look, it's fine. Krobus. If I could come help you, I would, but I'll do my best to keep the house in order. Thank you. We'll give him a loved gift. Bam. This is an amazing gift. For my people, it's a great honor. Oh, you're supposed to check this. Okay, we'll give him the cactus fruit. We'll give Sam a cactus fruit. Man, I feel like I'm so disorganized here. I can't even see what I'm trying to do. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't remember if we were planning to place some of this stuff down, but I'm just gonna assume that this was extra because we finished the mines, right? I think we put everything down. I picked this up, yeah. Oh, I do remember there was something in the mines we wanted to change. I put the tree kind of awkward. Like, the tree looked a little awkward, so we might go back and change that if we have time. Maybe before Krobus's thing. Krobus's cutscene. But yeah, okay, let's go ahead. Wait, why do I have some of this stuff in here? All right, let's do that. Okay. We're getting there. So we need to go visit Sam. We got to check the help wanted board. We gotta kill the slimes. We'll do the slimes after Sam. How about that? Let's check this because we might have, of course, we do have a help wanted quest. An emerald for Willie, and to put on his great grandfather's tombstone. Ah, maybe is that one of the unknown tombs in the cemetery? All right, wait, it was an emerald, right? Yeah. By the way, let's go ahead and add that to our list here. So Sam, we're gonna give him a cactus fruit, and Willie wants an emerald, so I'll have to go get that for him. All right. Otherwise, I think we are good. But yes, Toblerone, that's what it's called. Thank you, guys. You could have gotten so many Toblerones, Kaimo, instead. You haven't seen Stardew Valley in a while, Leah? Look, you've been missing out, all right? All right, Sam, It's your birthday. Here you go, bud. Bam. Hey, hey, you remembered. Now that's what I'm talking about. A cactus in bed. I saw a spider on my ceiling last night. They sure like the warmth. I hope he didn't crawl into my mouth while I was asleep. Oh, man. All right. What else do we need to do? Basically, now I want to go... We'll go to the mines real quick. We'll kill our 10 slimes. And then we'll build our altar to Yoba. It's almost like kind of poetic. Poetically appropriate. I'm going to check this trash. This is the one. Nope, it was just a geode. I was hoping we would get the trash catalog out of that. Okay, let's go to the mines. Oh, yes. This is so strange. You know, it doesn't look that bad, actually. Maybe it's fine. I love our lofted design. Can we just... Hold on, I'm going to pause. Can we just appreciate it? I mean, look how nice it is. I love this. Okay, we can go back now. All right. Okay, that's one. 2. 3. Oh, man. Now, you know, now that we decorated the mines, it makes me wish I had done this earlier. It looks so good. The only disadvantage is there's not a clear path from the ladder to the elevator anymore, right? So it wouldn't really be practical. Maybe I could just adjust it somehow. And we could fix that. Right? Like, this would add some difficulty, but... Look, at this point, it really is just for the vibes, okay? Okay, we got to make sure. Well, actually, we don't have to count everything too religiously. Uh-oh. Wait, how did that not kill? There we go. That was 5. So yeah, look, now anytime we go out, we have to go down and around. But yeah. Oh, Leah, you see the house and it's so pretty. I'll give you guys a tour of the house at the end, for sure. We're going to do a full tour of the valley. Maybe after we get perfection, that's what we'll do. I'll give you a full tour of everything we decorated. It's going to be awesome. Yes, Tyler, petition for Tyler to show us the farm after reaching peak. Good. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, we're going to do it. And can you get the trash catalog from the raccoons? I don't think so. I don't think so, but maybe. I think it's only from the trash cans. But it should be. It should be a gift from the raccoons. I think so. Because it's one of the catalogs you can't get from the traveling cart. But yeah. Kaimo's just thinking about how much you could get from Costco for $100. Oh, hey, well, you know, Kaimo, I have to say, that's actually really sweet. That, I mean, for some people, $100 is not much for a gift, and they would be almost annoyed that they didn't spend more, you know? Like, because $100 doesn't go that far if you're thinking about dinner and drinks and other event tickets and stuff, you know? So the fact that you're seeing the 100 for being so so valuable, I think, is really great. Your boyfriend's lucky. All right, there's that. Okay, wait. We're very close. Wait, how many was that? We're counting. There were 6 left. We just killed 3, so there's 3 left. 2 left. Oh no, that was it. I messed up the countdown, but look, it is the thought that counts. No pun intended. My thoughts do not count properly. But we're all done. All right. Wow. I do want to run over here and just quickly check. This is crazy. Look at that. 1,000 slimes. Wow. Help us keep the valley safe. Give me the slime charmer ring. Oh, the man. And also, I should point out, this is the only 10 slimes. The only 10 monsters. I guess we did kill a few bug monsters with this as well, but basically, the final 10 monsters were killed with the Infinity Gavel, which we otherwise... We could have used this way earlier in the challenge, but it's just too difficult to get the Galaxy Souls. But yeah. All right, here we go. 9:30 a.m. Now, our goal is to decorate. Also, let's put the slime charmer ring away. Oh, someone's calling. Lewis. I just wanted to check up on you and see if Annie Marnie Farm is doing well. What a great farm name. I was not salty at all when I started attempt number 5, I'd just like to say. How is everything going? Good, I feel really at home here. Good, the farm is very productive. Not so good. I know your secret, Lewis. Well, of course we know his secret, but I would argue that the lore we invented actually makes Lewis an even more sympathetic character, because it's not just that he is kind of taking advantage of Marnie. It's rather evil Marnie taking advantage of him. He is under a spell that, I mean, like Gandalf says, you know, swords are no more use here, right? You're no match. Lunimo's basically a Balrog, so in some sense, it's like, it's not entirely Lewis's fault that he's been so deluded by evil Marnie. Okay, I feel really at home. That's what she would say. Good to hear. I think I can speak for everyone in saying that we really value your presence in the community. Your grandfather would be really proud of what you've accomplished. See, Lewis is great. He's not that bad. And also, what a great moment as well. So perfect. Right after we get 100% on the perfection tracker, right? Wow. Well, I'll let you get back to your work. Goodbye. Yeah, we're pretty much done with work, though, to be fair. Put that away. All right. Now, we need to decorate. I am going to get the Junimo, the Wizard Catalog, the Furniture Catalog. We're going to try something out. I'm trying to think, were there other things I needed to bring? Yes. All right, where is the gold Lewis statue? So I know people are going to object to this, but I think the gold Lewis statue should be the altar of Yoba. If you think about it, it's kind of like, you know, in the Old Testament when Moses was like, all right, guys, just chill out here. I'm going to go up to the mountain and talk with God. And when I come back down, I'm going to have the rules. I'm going to have our commandments. Okay. Moses comes back down after however many days he was up there. He's got the 10 commandments like chiseled in the stone. And he finds his people just like they're already worshiping a totally different God. They have like an altar of what is it, a golden cow or the golden calf? And Moses is so pissed off, he like destroys it, right? However, we are going to like reconsecrate it, right? We are taking this profane statue, this idol, and we are reconsecrating it to its proper orientation towards Yoba, like the gargoyles on the outside of the Gothic churches, right? Like they're evil, ugly creatures, but they play a purpose within the grand harmony of the cosmos, within the greater order and symphony that is the universe playing out, the music of the Ainur. If you read the Silmarillion, by the way. Okay, enough of that nonsense. Enough of me trying to proselytize you to the cult of Yoba. But yeah. And oh yeah, we also need maybe some flooring. It's like born in a manger, you know? We're putting the altar in the humblest of places. Actually, okay, wait. Let me let's take a look together at the design. So here we do have some seats. We could probably pull these either out of the regular catalog, or we could get some other colored like little mats that we put on the ground. And we'll put the gold Lewis here. We'll also get some gold statues and whatnot. Should the floor be this brick? Because we can make the brick. I actually kind of prefer this version, where this flooring, wait, which flooring is this, by the way? It's just the weathered flooring, right? We just get the weathered flooring, we put a bunch of that down, and then we'll disguise it using the, actually, hold on, what is this? I don't even know what this is. What item is this, by the way? And let's get grass. I actually really like the idea of surrounding it with grass, breathing new life into, into the barn. We could even put the Junimo catalog there like this. That would be kind of funny. But I don't know. We'll see. It might be too difficult, but I mean, I kind of like this. We'll make it maybe a little wider, like one wider. Okay. Let's hop in. And we'll figure it out as we go. Do we have... We definitely need that. Actually, we'll consecrate it in this barn, because this one has the fewest animals. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. I did forget to grab... Wait, what did I just pick up? There was like a noise. Did you hear that? Weird. Yes, the weathered floor. We need the weathered floor. And then we also need some grass to help disguise it. Grass and let me go ahead and also get the resources we need. Do we have the grass starter? Or no, I probably just used all of it. Yeah. There we go. And okay, if we put the altar of Lewis, what else would be on the altar? Like if we have, let's say there are 3 golden objects that we could sort of consecrate to Yoba. You know, what would they be? I mean, the golden spur kind of works. I can't forget about giving an emerald to Willy, by the way. We got to do that. We got to do that today, I feel like. You know, we could put other, I don't know, gold materials on it. But yes. Yeah, Marina says, hopefully we don't have to restart the day. Oh, I know, right? We could also maybe put a book down. This actually kind of looks like, I don't know, this would be some scripture, you know? This feels like the most scriptural of all the books. Or actually, maybe the Way of the Wind is the scripture. I don't know, this does look more like someone doing yoga and like levitating. It is a certain yoga energy. And also, wait, I do want to... Give me a second. I need to have my reference image on the other screen. But yeah. Apparently you don't need to have searched cans 50 times before you're able to get the catalog as a drop. Oh yeah, you do need to have searched. Yeah. Maybe Junimo stools? Yeah, it was definitely something from the Junimo catalog. Here, wait, actually, wait, I have it up, so I'll show you. Right. But what is this, then? So, okay, wait, here's... I know what this... Wait, I don't actually know what this is. Oh, this is probably the dresser. This is probably the dresser if you rotate it. Is this maybe the... Well, you can't rotate the bookshelf, can you? Because I'm just confused as to what this, like, this brick texture is. Like... Let's take a look in the Junimo catalog and experiment a little bit. And maybe it will become more clear. All right. First of all, I know we need more of this weathered floor, so let's go ahead and get it. We've got this. We've got... I think we have pretty much everything I want to put down. All right, let's see if we can just build this quick without too much hullabaloo. I think it needs... Should it be 5 wide? Hold on, wait. Let me click off the screen so I can pause it while I can see. Maybe one more. Whatever. Okay, something like this. Let me cook with it. Golden statue there. We also need to have these. So I want to get... I think that, at least from the example that we had earlier, was it the... It was actually... It was this, the grandmother end table. Also, how appropriate to end the challenge with the grandmother end table. Like that. There we go. And then we need a bunch of these gold pillars. Now, I don't know what the best... I kind of feel like it needs to be kind of more like this, right? Like, they can't be, like, all just in one line. It needs to sort of go out. Yeah. But I don't know, is that... You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Don't overthink it. Trust your judgment. Now, the chairs... Originally, the chairs were like these little stools, right? And we do have some stools... But the stools were like red. We could put down either green or blue, but there's no red stool for us. Why did Concerned Ape do that? he put red stools in the Yoba chapel, but then was like, yeah, I'm just not going to put that in the furniture catalog. Sorry about that, you know? Whatever, deal with it. I feel like we'll do green. Or now the office tools don't work. I was like, maybe we could do a little bit of each, but I have to be like physically next to it. There we go. Like that. That kind of works. But now I need to sort of try and disguise it. Oh, but wait. Shoot. It's not going to work without... Okay. Wait, let me click away so I can pause for a second. I mean, I do like the dimension of this, and I worry that if I make it too wide, is it just going to be weird? But I do want it to look like it's elevated, and I do like the elevated look of it. But yeah, hold on. Let me catch. What are you guys up to? Yeah, maybe the Junimos. The Jun. I do think you're right. It's probably the Junimo stools that are being used in that. But yeah. Oh, the purple shorts, Stacy. No, we. Oh, we could go and get the purple shorts. That's another idea, actually. Maybe we could go grab them real quick. But I mean, we have so many things to do today, though. Yeah. Oh, the dresser. Can that even be in this room? That's a good point. Here, let's see. Before I start rearranging things, because if we can't even place the wizard dresser down. Here, let's see. No, it can be placed. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So maybe that's enough. Wait, can I not place one there? No, I can. Oh my gosh, that looks good. But now the I feel like this kind of looks bad. Maybe it's fine. I mean, it's not even equal or whatever. And you can't really run around it. Like, it kind of messes up the, Well, the illusion is kind of messed up from it. Okay, whatever. We'll just keep it like that. That's fine. Time is running out. We gotta figure out how to do this real quick. Okay. It does, the Junimo stool is actually not the one. I can tell by the leaf. The leaf pattern is different at the top. I know the Junimo couch is it a sideways? No, it's not the sideways Junimo couch. It's got, okay, I'm pretty sure we need 2 of these dressers, but let's see. It's the size, it's this. Yes. That's it. Hold on, let me pause it and so I can compare. That's it. It's the sideways dresser. Oh, we've solved it. Okay. There. Although now it doesn't look that good because I think we need to extend it out one more. Like this. Oh no. Wait. There. It kind of works, but now I need to wait, what is Ah. There. The Yoba Chapel. It's done. All right. It's been consecrated. There isn't enough room to add other stuff. I don't know. Maybe we could put a few things behind it. We could actually put some grass behind it. Or put some more of these dressers. Also, I need to... No, that just doesn't look right. Take it back. I'm gonna just put grass down. I think that's gonna look good. I think it was just 9. How about that? There. That kind of works, all right? Don't... Oh my gosh! There's a sacrifice. The goat is being sacrificed. Oh my god. Actually, maybe this should be here. So it's like it's twirling behind or something, you know? There we go. Here, I'll pause for a second so we can just appreciate the beauty. The goat is not being sacrificed. The goat is part of the service. The goat is praying, rather, okay? Oh. Oh, we forgot to put down the signs of Yoba, though. We got to do that. We got to put down a couple. Here, I'll put one here at the front. That's probably enough. That's enough. We just need the one. That's it. Everything else is fine. Clicked away so we can pause it for a second. Appreciate. I think it came together. I say this, of all the what is it? The Yoba chapels we attempted to make, this is my favorite. The elevated platform really brings it together. I think it's just we're selling it very well. It feels a little out of place. Like it's very random to be in the barn. Like it doesn't quite match the barn. Right? If I were to do a little more, maybe we should think about putting pathing down to help sell the illusion that it's in the barn and not just sitting on top of this hay pile, you know? But that's too much. That's too high level. It's too good, you know? The poor animals getting trapped there is hilarious, though. There's no escape path for them. I guess we could put grass all the way around to sell the illusion. But then we won't have any grass left. Basically use all of our grass starter. Should I do that real quick? I think it would probably look pretty good. But then I'd have to go on this side and do it as well. And like, I don't know. But anyways. Hey, what's up, T Mallet? Welcome in. Good to have you here. It's the end of an era, gang. It is. It is. Wait, does something attack me? Wait, what would attack me? You think the middle pillars aren't great? That is a good point. We could expand it. We could make it larger. if we made it 2 tiles larger, but then it's going to be so much wider. I think the marginal gain of fixing the pillars might not be worth it. I'm not sure. I'm getting into the granny mood, Leah says. Tyler dressed up as a granny. I'm crocheting like an old lady. Granny manifestation. Good, exactly. The goat is the head priest. Yes. The goat is sent by grandpa, right? We have a new high priest. And now evil Marnie can finally be banished. Granny's aura is too strong. We're becoming grannies. When you go get the purple shorts out of Lewis's basement, you get attacked by flying purple shorts. Oh, that's what you're referring to. I forgot about that. Okay, well maybe we won't get it then. I think this works. This works fine enough. You know, I think it's okay. Who knows? And if we want to modify this and improve it, like arguably maybe it should be like in the center so that when you enter the building you're right at the entrance. And maybe it would be nice as well, like we could build it, like we could remove one of these to build a path, right, so that you can enter, and we can maybe more sell the illusion that it's an elevated platform. And you can enter and go around, because the way it's blocked off, it's not accessible, right? So maybe it would be good to do that, but would it take too much time to reset, you know? Like I could leave this side, I could leave the right, but then I'd have to move everything over several, like 2 more tiles. Like imagine that if we made this 2 tiles wider. Or I guess we could keep it on this axis and just move this one and this one, but then this would be in the way. Yeah. Too complicated. I think it's fine. We also need to go give the emerald to Willie, right? Right. Willie wants an emerald, so. And we need to enter. We need to go to the beach anyway at like 6 p.m. I hope Willie's here. Willie. There you go. Hey, you saw the notice I posted. Thanks so much. Here's a little something. The best. Hey, Willie's done. All right, let's go ahead. Come over to... We gave Sam his cactus fruit. We gave Willie his emerald. Hopefully when we go to sleep, we wake up in the morning and we will get perfection. And we'll go watch the cutscene together. And that'll be the last day. Oh, by the way, remember a long time ago, didn't we bet? Or not bet, but we were like, what day are we going to finish the challenge? What did I say? I think I said probably like... No, I think I said... Like, it was back when we were in winter. And I said spring 15 or something like that. And we're now at like summer 17. It'll be summer 18. Technically, I guess we achieved 100% on summer 17, but it'll be summer 18 when we finally get the mountaintop scene, I believe. Right. What else was there that we needed to do today? I feel like I forgot something. Were we supposed to go talk or like give something to somebody? One idea, I mean, we could go fix we could fix the Chapel of Yoba. We need to do the cutscene. But apart from that, is that it? There was nothing else this evening we needed to get done, right? I said spring for sure. Marina, you said summer 24. Wow, that's very close. Okay, you know what? Let's try to fix the chapel. Let's try to fix it. I think we could do something interesting. Hold on, I'm thinking. I'm thinking about my loft designs and like how to sell the illusion. We have a little time. Let's try. I know I like packed everything up. It'll be more difficult now that the animals are here. But okay. Now, what we got to do is go... We're not going to move the whole thing over, but we are going to do this. Uh-oh. Like this. Look, trust me. It's going to look good. See, we're kind of fixing it. Like now, yeah, we're giving it a little more space to breathe. Let's move this over. Shoot, where's the, I think we need just one more dresser here. Also, maybe we can move this. Oh, we can't move it. Okay, never mind. Take it back. It kind of breaks the illusion, but don't worry about it yet. Oh no! One of them is in the way! Look, well, whatever. We'll just do that for now. So, how incredibly frustrating is that? The other thing is... I don't think this is gonna work, but let me see. Like if I put... No. It kind of breaks the illusion, unfortunately. Oh shoot, I'm like trapped. Hold on, let me click away for a second. Let me think. Does it make sense to have that there, like... You can enter from the top. All right, that's the yeah, that's how you get in there. You have to enter from the top. Oh shoot, hold on. Like that. There we go. That looks a lot better now. Even though we have that one dresser that's misplaced. Don't worry about it. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. The Yoba, the Junimos have spoken, the goats. But yeah, Willie's B-Day. Yeah, the goat. All right, that's good. Let's go home. And then let's go to the beach. I was thinking of putting stuff, but we didn't have space really to put up certain things, so I think that's fine. All right, let's put that away. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna put some other stuff away. Am I missing? I left the Junimo catalog in there. Oh well. I guess we do have time. We could go grab it. Maybe if I go back, will they spawn in a different spot if I enter this time? Yes! It's fixed. It's fixed. There we go. Oh wait, I forgot to put the calcite. You know what? It works better this way. I think it works better without the gems that I forgot to put down. It's all good. All right. Go home. Also, let's put our weapons away. We don't need that anymore, right? We always keep rabbit's feet in the pocket, you know, for good luck, obviously. Put this away. We're gonna go to the beach now. We're gonna go get that cutscene after I water the pet's bowls, which I definitely did not forget to do earlier. And yeah, well, I'm trying to think. There's nothing else we were gonna do today, right? It was just decorating. We got the slimes. We decorated. We gave the birthday gift. We gave Willie his gift, and now we just need Krobus's cutscene. And then tomorrow we wake up and we get the final mountaintop scene, and then it's all complete. I could teleport there, but we have time. As long as we get there before 1 a.m. Look at our beautiful bus stop. Look at this. Can I say hi to everybody and can I have a beer? Drink a beer in celebration. Buy a beer for Pam. Hey, now this is really something. Thanks a million, kid. You're too young to be moping around in a place like this. Pam, have some respect for your elders. All right. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's have our little cutscene with Krobus. Oh, we get the Moonlight Jellies music. Oh, this is so perfect. Oh, he's kicking his feet in the water. And the jellies. I've never seen this cutscene. This is amazing. It's also seasonally appropriate because it's the middle of summer. Oh, the monster appears. The sea, what is this? The sea creature or whatever? Oh, it's oh no, don't take Krobus. What are you doing? Leave him alone. Or maybe they're just playing. Okay. He's like, yay. Aww. That was really cute. I was not expecting that. That was really adorable. Oh, I was about to hit the trash can, but people come out. I realized, I was like, shoot, someone's going to come out of the saloon right then. So I'm glad I didn't do that. Imagine having to reset this day. It would be thematically appropriate for Granny to have to reset the final day of the challenge. Hey, and also look, our starfruit wine is coming in. Wow. I'm just going to leave everything. Granny's got her little... All right. Cat. I don't want that. Leave it. I don't want the periwinkle. Oh, by the way, this is the last night. You guys get to vote. Start a poll. Do you believe? And I didn't misspell believe this time. Krobus, my beloved. You always believe, Leah. By the way, Leah, look how high the scores have gotten. How crazy would it be if we got a new high score right now? Just off the bat. I will legitimately try. I will legitimately take us as far as we go. I will be careful with the yappage. Though I can't promise I won't yap a little bit here and there, all right? Marina became a believer. Zio believed every time. Thank you. Here we go. Oh, what the heck is this? Already we're getting very strange floor layouts. Oh my god. How did I land that? Oh my god, what the heck is going on? Dude, sometimes when the floor layout is weird, the entire level is weird. It's not just like a few platforms get wonky. The whole thing goes crazy. I strategically missed the slope on that first one because I wanted to get the fruit. I have to admit, these first few levels are actually really tough. I feel like we've got some tough RNG, but not enough to keep a granny down. Are we gonna get the double bubble bouncy? I'm not gonna go for it. Oh my god. I feel like I'm only gonna go for it if it's just obvious and it needs to happen, you know? Oh my god, I thought we were going down to that bubble. Oh, that bubble too. Okay, we got lucky. I was complaining. And we got lucky with the fruit on this level, so we got all three. Oh my god, that ghost. I can feel the game feels it just feels a little laggy. Hard to explain, but I just... No! We get another attempt. All these levels were crazy. I don't feel like we had a fair shot. Alright, one more attempt. And then we go to bed. Alright. Like, at least I'd like to get to mushroom level, you know? And then I'll feel good. Because I know I can beat Ghostly Galleon. Like, that's just... It was kind of my fault, the way that happened, I'll admit. Oh, dude, what the heck is this? Okay, we got it. We got it. Trying to snooker us with the temptation of the... What is that called? The slippery slope. Why does there always have to be so many barriers? Oh, see, you saw that glitch? Glitchiness. But you can't... The glitchiness has nothing on this clutchness. Alright. One. Oh man, we got screwed. I realized getting that bubble was not best. Yeah, we would have... Oh no! We get another chance. Third time is a charm, alright? We deserve this. We don't have to get a new high score or like new on the top 5 board. But I at least want to have one good run before bed. Granny is a little bit of a video game addict, alright? She can't help it. It's like 1 a.m. and she's like at her arcade machine. Alright, this is the run. I can feel it. Like, I've warmed up. Look at this. Oh, I almost missed that jump, by the way. Classic. Okay, good. Come on. Come on, game. Yes. Give me the good RNG. That's what I like to see. Just... no. Oh, come on. We get another chance. That was such bad RNG. Always blame the game. That's the name of the game. Okay, no, we get another. That doesn't count because first level, we've already established this isn't just me making up rules as we go. We established the first level does not count as a valid death. Because if you get a crazy boulder like that, that's just not your fault. Not your fault. There we go. 4 times the charm, exactly. Here we go, guys. We're gonna wrap this up. I'm actually good at Junimo card, alright? I believe. Yo, what is up with that? I didn't even go for that barrier because I just knew it was trouble. I knew it was trouble before it walked in. Taylor Swift style, alright. That's the GOAT song. You remember that? The GOAT remix of... Okay, we got it. We're good. Alright. Oh my gosh. I'm like Matrix bullet dodging some of these. Okay, this is it. If I die on this level, we're just going to bed. I'm not going to keep doing it. Now that we've got to Ghostly Galleon again, I'm not going to... Oh my gosh, what is this? Look, we got crazy RNG here. What in the world? See, it's like you get this weird level RNG, and it's like this the whole level. Like, how am I... Oh. Oh no. Oh! We made it. Dude, this level's never ending. See? Okay. I'm good. I'm golden. New high score. Dude. Holy crap, that final jump there was crazy. We're getting close. We made our goal, at least. Okay, I'm locked in. Holy crap. Oh my god. We actually got a new high score. This is golden. I mean, it's not like... I'm not gonna complain, but that was genuinely... There was nothing we could have done there. There was no way forward. If I didn't jump, we would have hit... We would have hit the boulder. I jumped, we hit the boulder. If I had landed earlier and jumped earlier, we wouldn't have made it to the next ledge. We actually probably still would have hit the boulder because the boulder was higher up. So there's literally nowhere we could have jumped without hitting the boulder because it was falling down. So if we had jumped earlier, we just would have hit it at a higher point. Anyways, what was our score? That was a really good score. We must have... I remember this 933 one we had... Wait, did we get a new high score? What was it? That was crazy. The catchphrase of this series is, it doesn't count. Wait, you think I got 103,000? No, we didn't get that high. We were in like, we were somewhere around like 93,000, right? The music, okay. All right, guys. It's time for bed. Willie will come home and console us. I love it. Time for bed. Willie's got his toys over here. Wait, look, I know it's our last night, but we can't break with tradition. We gotta check the checklist manifesto, right? For Wednesday, Sam, cactus fruit, Willie, emerald, no special order. And I guess tomorrow we will sleep, right? Because we do want to see the cutscene, and then, well, we'll finish out the day. We'll run around. Maybe I'll show you around the farm, the house, everything. Show you all the decorations. And I guess, you know, we can complete the final help wanted quest, right? We might as well check it, and then we'll be done. All right. There we go. 99 was this one. Okay. Or was it 94? Well, you feel it in your heart. Somewhere, somehow, Grandpa is beaming with pride. The legacy of Auntie Marnie Farm is eternal. A rumbling sound was heard in the distance. Oh my god. Oh, we did get the periwinkle in the end. Hey! The birds. Aww. We got, what, 3 star drop teas left. Alright, do we just go straight? Do we just go straight to the mountaintop? Oh, we gotta check the help wanted. How about we do that real quick? Because I do want to finish this day. Evelyn gave us some cookies. Do those go in there? Well, they go in there now. Alright. Let's check help wanted. Please nothing. Oh, there is one. All right. Don't be some crazy bounty or something. Oh, it's a bounty. I knew it. And it's our dad. The ghosts. Fine. Let's go deal with that. I thought we would never kill any more monsters with the galaxy, the infinity gavel. But let's just take care of this. All right. It's appropriate that, of course, when Grandpa's happiest for us, our dad is not, right? Dad has to rain on the parade. It's like, time to do me some favors, all right? You're not done, kid. All right, 50 is the best floor for this. Is it? Oh no, resetting floors is so much more painful now. Maybe if I just... Oh, here... Yeah, here we go. Okay, there's one. This way we don't have to use the, whatever, the ladder. How funny would it be if we have to reset this day, like I mess up? Well, we know it can spawn on this floor, so I'm just gonna keep doing this until we get it. Oh god. Oh no. I should be careful about those guys. I thought I saw a ghost, but no. We were lucky on that the first attempt. Oh, there we go. Oh, I should have waited. There we go. Now we're done. All right, there we go. Let's go turn it in. Oh, the trees are growing. Wait, how do I... Okay, there we go. The trees are spawning more seeds. That's fine, though. Let's visit Rasmodius, aka Dad. The elementals are pleased with the job you did. Here's your payment as promised. All right. Also, let's go ahead and just put that in the here. So here it was wizard, bounty, ghost. Actually, it was the same one. Does he always give the same bounty? All right, let's go to the mountaintop now. Right. Oh, I want to teleport from inside, but I can't get there. Fine. All right. Is it time? Oh, water the bowls? Good call. Obviously. I like that the dog is still sleeping. That's really cute. And the cat, too. By the way, how are the animals doing? I like Pierogi still doesn't have full hearts. Don't look at that. All right. These are the hearts that matter. The true fartfection. Fart with a PH. Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go to the mountaintop. Oh man, this is so weird. Hey, what are you guys up to? I felt like a stranger here at first, but I've made a lot of friends. For once, I feel like I belong. I have my own reasons for living alone like this. He's the complete opposite. Even though he's like hanging out with Leo all the time. He's not alone anymore. Some things are best left unsaid. I should do some foraging. I'll leave the grapes for you to forage. Oh, this all grew back? I mean, I did replant probably a bunch of it. I forgot that there was still a bunch here. I thought I had chopped it all down. Oh, dude, guys, I can't believe this. Oh, wait, you know what? Before we see it, I want to check one thing. I know where I went there, but don't worry, all right? I want to check. I want to check the perfection tracker. Even though technically... We're not in a rush. We're not in a rush. We're not in a rush. I just want to double check the perfection tracker before we go to the mountaintop. I can't believe guys, I'm actually like I have butterflies in my stomach. I almost never get butterflies, by the way. Oh my god, we got the statue of true perfection. Oh my god. Perfection tracker. 100%. All produce forage shipped. All obelisks. Golden clock. All monster slayer eradication goals completed. All friends to the max. Beyond the max. Because you don't, we got all the bachelors and bachelorettes to their 10 hearts. And we saw all of their 10 heart events, which was a lot of fun. Farmer level. All star drops. Cooking recipes. Crafting recipes. Fish. Golden walnuts. Total 100%. Wow. Yes, Fartfection Marina. But it's like P-H-E-A-R-T. By the way, Leah says, the run has been dirty and filthy for over 78 episodes. Or 88. Yeah, you're right. It was episode 2 when it got tainted. But look, the Junimos, there is grace, all right, in this world, in this run. Marina, you're afraid of butterflies? Hopefully there aren't too many butterflies, I think, in the cutscene. Let's see here. All right, now for real. For real. Aw. I'm gonna miss this save file. You're gonna cry. You actually might cry, Stacy. Oh my god. Like, I do feel like nervous. in like my stomach. You know, I just feel like once we see it, we see it. All right. Oh wait, we gotta have our speed boost again. Let's go. It's time. Wow, new achievement, perfection. I hate that it's Lewis. It should totally be Krobus. What the heck? Come on, concern date. Wow. Look at that view. I mean, Lewis, I have sympathy for Lewis. All right. He's not completely evil. He's just under Evil Marnie's sway. But maybe this is his liberation, right? Maybe this is his liberation. You know, Granny Fern, I've been mayor of Pelican Town for a long time. People have come and gone. We've lived through times of hardship and times of plenty. But I have to say, in all the years I've been mayor, nothing has made me so proud as seeing Annie Marnie Farm blossom under your care. You've taken the farm beyond the wildest dreams of your grandfather. And in the process, you've changed the valley forever. And now, and by the way, Granny is finally free of the Junimo curse. I mean, curse is a strong word, but it's the Granny challenge, right? She's free of the challenge. She no longer has to give out birthday gifts and do all the help wanted quests. This save file is safe. You might not realize it, but I care a lot about this town, Granny Fern. 3 years ago, I was deeply worried about the future of the valley. But now I feel completely at ease. Who knew a humble farmer moving to town would change everything? Thank you. Aww. We can just enjoy it. At least Krobus is here, right? Granny is free. Oh. And the dwarf. We decorated the dwarf forge for him. The wizard. We had a lot of wizard-inspired furniture in the wizard catalog. And of course the witch. Mom. It's so appropriate that it's like mom and dad just flew by. Right? Oh, and we get this little plane. I feel like this changes depending on your save. Sometimes it's a different banner. Or maybe it's not there. I like this music at the end. Look at everybody walking. And the dog. And little Krobus at the end. And what is this? Is that the trash bear? Is that what it's called? We got the chickens. We didn't get every animal, by the way. We didn't get a blue chicken or a golden chicken. I think we can get the golden chickens now, right? But we got all like the main ones. The blue chicken you have to like, do you have to marry Shane to get the blue chicken? Look at all the birds. And the butterflies, uh-oh. And the little froggies. Look at the frogs. The real perfection was the friends you made along the way, Team Allen. True. It's honestly surreal to be sitting here. Like, I knew eventually this was gonna come, but now that we've actually done it, I'm overjoyed. Like, I'm just, yeah. It's done. We did it. We achieved the Granny Challenge. We gave a loved gift every villager without missing a single birthday. That is crazy. That's actually pretty tough. And we also did all the help wanted quests, the special orders board quests, optional Quee quests. I think the no damage also added a lot now that we've gotten to the monsters appropriately. The fact that we had to reset the mines so many times, it made it a lot more fun for me, actually. I know it could be maybe frustrating for some people to watch, but I think it raises the stakes, you know, and It's a bit trivial otherwise. You're just, you know, diving in the mines, collecting lots of loot, and leaving. But this way, it's you have to be a lot more careful, a lot more strategic. And when you have a good run going, then you feel the tension, knowing you could lose it, and you'd have to reset. And the fact that the rules are all just so self-imposed, you know, that we just made this challenge up, right? I think that also makes it even more meaningful. This is crazy. No JoJo services used. Exactly. Get out of here, Morris. Oh, you can get the chicken with only the 8 heart event. Okay. Marina, you're gonna try the Granny Challenge? Let me know how it goes, Marina. It's been a long road, says Grandpa. You challenged yourself to reach the summit. Aww. What an accomplishment. We've been watching every step of the way. And you've made us very proud. Aww. I like that it's Mr. Quee as well, because according to the lore, Mr. Quee was the original Granny, or Grandpa. He did the original challenge thousands of years ago. Aww. Wow. Does time still pass while you're up here? I don't have the clock. I assume not. There's no clock, right? Granny like trips, falls. Oh no! She died. We have to restart. She gets reincarnated. Sorry. The Junimos. Evil Marnie pops up from behind the bench and pushes Granny off the edge. Haha, you gotta... And then that's the start of the Grandpa Challenge, right? I was thinking, actually, how funny it would be if the Grandpa Challenge is actually, according to the lore, years go by and he's healed. Or the effects of... So, okay, he meaning the husband, right? Imagine that the Grandpa is actually the husband now. And the husband, he gets healed somehow from being a goblin, from being the henchman, and now he is on a quest to beat the whole game without taking a single hit point of damage. Maybe is that the lore for Grandpa, that he's connected to the Granny lore? I feel like I'm so invested in the Granny lore that I'd rather add to it with the future challenges rather than try to write something completely different. Especially since we have so many recurring characters of, you know, like Evil Marnie, etc. Although we could establish that maybe Evil Marnie is done, right? Like maybe this represents the end of Looney Mo's reign, and Marnie can be restored. Marnie and Barney are now restored. But yeah, how sweet. We made it. It was a great series. Oh, thank you, Marina. Thanks for saying that. From the lore to the abilities, you really enjoyed it. Hey, and 27, welcome in. I'm glad you were here for it. Yeah. Wow. Okay, maybe we should do a little tour. We've got some time. I'll do a little farm tour first, all right? Over here, this is where we've got, you know, this stuff. We've got a little Junimo garden. They've been diligently collecting some ancient fruit for us. We've got a little... Oh, now the tree grew. It actually looks really nice. And then we've got this area here. Grandpa's Shrine. All right. Over here, yeah, we've got our, whatever, fish ponds. We've got our ancient fruit greenhouse. This is my most proud building. the slime hutch. Here, I'll click away from the screen so I don't feel pressured for time. But yes, we've got two little slimes, our two little lesbian slimes. I just put two slime eggs in, and they just both happen to be female, so they aren't reproducing. But that's part of the lore now. Like Granny's got her two little lesbian slimes. But I'm so proud of this design. I challenge anyone to top my slime hutch. I mean, the loftedness of it, come on. And of course, the rabbit in the corner, very nice. And by the way, this is where we keep the Lunimo. Oh, that's it. The evil, this is now the lore. Now that we have seen we've reached the mountaintop, the curse of Lunimo has been broken. And the spirit of Lunimo is now trapped in our slime hutch. The evil Junimo spirit. And down in this hut, what is this? A hatch, right? This hatch leads down to a compartment. And Lunimo helps take care of the slimes, right? So Lunimo's like bound to this building, but I don't know, maybe somehow Lunimo does something in here and like is able to feed the slimes. Or maybe the slimes feed off of Lunimo's energy. So kind of like a nuclear reactor or something, like the energy's feeding the slimes here. So maybe that's the lore. All right. Over here we've got all of our animals. Right? Look at this. Oh wait, we didn't decorate in here, so don't worry. Don't worry. We didn't do much in there, but outside it looks great. Over here, I'm very proud of this room. If you take a look, we've got our little forging corner. We've also got our little scholastic corner, the wizard study, you know, and down here we've also got a little tea room, but also a library. And then we also do have an area for some, I don't know, for what is it? Some workshop stuff, like some kilns. We got the casks. You can't use the casks outside of the cellar, but I think they look good here. So imagine that they were useful. But yeah, I really enjoyed this design. Came mostly from a Reddit user. So all credit where it's I take all credit for the slime hutch, but this design came from someone like really brilliant. All right, let's continue on. Let's check out this room. This is the same user actually that created the other design. I love this. Granny's little potion shop. So whenever the witch comes to visit, she can hang out here, and they can, you know, make potions together and just sit and chat. I like it's the witch's swamp, right? It's got that swamp vibe to it. I really love this, so I had to build it, right? Over here, this is just Animal Island, basically. Oh my gosh, so many freaking truffles. Not much to see, except the beautiful Yoba Chapel we've already established. We built today. And down here, it's just a little well. You know, kind of a little garden area, a natural woodland. Oh yeah, and this, by the way, is the trailer for Pam. Pam and Penny, whenever they come visit the farm, they stay here. All right. And it's kind of meant to look messy, you know? That's why there's all the grass. All right, so we left it in the state that Pam prefers it. She doesn't want it to be all neat and tidy. And then over here, we've got our prismatic pantry. We've got all of our stuff organized very nicely. And some little sitting areas as well with the bird feeders, naturally. Yep. And then our little animal area. Mystic trees. Yeah. What else can I show you guys? How about I show you this? This is our bus stop. I already did sort of show you, but yeah. I really like the Junimo theme. I think it adds quite a bit. Especially adding the little grass, the little tufts, and this like little stone path, cobblestone path. Looks really nice. And it's Pride Month, Marina. Good, yeah. Exactly. It works out that the slimes are lesbian slimes. It's Pride Month. Stacy, you didn't cry during the mountaintop? Why not? I guess you're just not moved. You just realized it really wasn't worth it in the end. Oh. But yes, so we decorated here. While we're here, we might as well go to the mines. I already showed you guys the cool loft area that we got. And this is where Granny and the dwarf can hang out. We've got like a little dwarf scarecrow. But also the dwarf has his own little forge. I think is really nice. And some other little trinkets and items scattered around for him to, yeah, just enjoy his life, right? Okay, what else was I going to show you next? What else have we decorated? I'll show you guys the island farmhouse. Because I think this was kind of the last thing. Oh yeah, our little island resort. I'll click away so you guys can look at it. The little island resort, how nice. We've got some food set up. We've got a little campsite. Also, this was a design that I basically copied. All right, I'll admit this looks above my pay grade, but I learned a lot making this. I love that there's these little wall panels that you can put down that make it really look like we're on what is it? We're sort of on the not the balcony, but on the porch. We're on the back porch of some open air restaurant on the beach in some tropical, beautiful island. And then over here, we've also got the a little lounge and like kind of a little cafe if you want to sit down and have some coffee. And then over here, this is also nice. A little jacuzzi, a little spa for people, for visitors, And I like the lights turn on. That looks nice too. What are the other things that we decorated? I don't even remember now. Oh, I didn't show the house. We gotta do a tour of the house. So over here, the first room we decorated was Willie's dock. This is also I did borrow most of this design from someone on Reddit, but I take credit for putting the dock in this room, so it really sells the illusion like you're entering the dock from the top. And Willie will come hang out here. We started doing this when we wanted originally maybe to decorate the entire house with Willie rooms. That was my original idea, but then as the lore grew and we realized like, wait, we could have if we marry Krobus, we give Krobus a room. Leo, basically Willie and Granny kind of adopt Leo together. Like they bring him back from the island with the help of Linus as well. And so yeah. So we built Leo a room. Krobus's little room here and this little area we decorated. Again, I copied a lot of this, got inspiration. Over here, this is totally original, actually. Pretty much. I did see this design with the desert fireplace with these things, but apart from that, this combination, everything else is, I think, totally original the way we set it up. I really just wanted to use the desert festival furniture that we purchased, like, since we had it lying around, and it's not furniture you can get unless you're at the festival. I thought it'd be nice just to actually use it. And then I love that we have this little platform. That's our little sewing station, Granny. She's got her computer as well. And she's such a granny, she only uses the computer to like look up sewing patterns and designs, like She doesn't know, she doesn't use it for like anything else. Like her son, you know, taught her to use it just for this one purpose, and that's why she has it there. It's like this super outdated computer. It's infected with so many viruses. But, you know, it gets the job done. She's got her little mannequins. She's also dressed up the mannequins. Like, one is her, and the other is Willy in his yellow raincoat. But, yeah. It's also cute. Leah, you like it? Looks so good. The internet connection at Granny's farm is really poor, so she moved the modem to the barn. Now she has a stable Wi-Fi. I like that. That's good. And then up here, I'm really happy with this. This is Leo's loft. I think this is one of the most brilliant additions. And this also was mainly my idea. I did copy a few, like this idea of putting the wallpaper and making it into a balcony. I think I copied that from someone else, but the particular arrangement here is totally original. This is me, all right? I designed Leo's loft. And I love that it takes up this whole... I don't know, it's like, it just looks so good, right? I don't know how to explain, like, I love it. And it makes sense for Leo because he lives originally high up in a tree, you know, on the island. So he'd be most happy up here. And of course, maybe from this balcony, the birds visit him, right? And maybe even from this balcony, if he looks off in the distance, he can see the sea, the water, and remember, you know, Ginger Island, and think about going back to visit, right? All right, so this side of the house is done. This room is kind of like a whatever room because it was I followed a design, but we weren't able to get some of the items because they're desert festival items. But we made do with it, and it's fine. It's a nice little, like, kind of a desert aquarium room for Willy. Like, all the aquarium rooms are for Willy because Willy really likes fish. And this one as well. Yeah. And this one is very heavily based off of a design that, yeah, we found on subreddit. Up here, this it's so funny because to me, when looking at this room now, I'm not that impressed. I'm like, oh, this is not that great. But when I first designed this room, I was like, oh my God, I'm a genius. Like, when I thought, oh, Willy, I should build like a little attic for Willy, and we'll get the fishing bed. We'll put the fishing bed up there, and this is where Granny and Willy will sleep, you know, on the top floor. And yeah, it's evolved slowly. We put, of course, Pinky Lemon over here with the arcade machine. Yeah, I think this was one of the first rooms we decorated, and I was so proud of it, and I still am. It's very basic. It doesn't have a lot of the more sophisticated decorating techniques of the other rooms, but there's a simple charm to it, you know? Like, it works. But yes. Kaimo, you pranked your kid this morning, gave her a matcha green tea jelly, and told her it was green apple. Oh yeah, you really got her, right? Granny's outdated computer, Abacus. Wait, do you think Willy is an Aquarius or maybe Pisces or Cancer? Maybe that's that helps explain, you know, his personality, I don't know, his obsession with the sea and with fishing. But whatever his horoscope is, it is perfectly compatible with Granny. All right, that is for sure. Yeah, Marina, at the time, the bedroom design was groundbreaking for me. I never decorate a room. This was probably the first bedroom I've ever designed. I always sleep next to the door. Like, my normal playthrough is I just put the bed literally right here, right next to the door. And then over here, we've got a really nice little kitchen area with the jukebox, dining room, and I like this room is kind of separated a little bit, you know, so it leads down into the cellar. which we'll go check out here in a second after I show you this room. This room where we've got another little wizard study, and a little tea table, and of course for the pets, right? For the dog and the cat, Lucius and Pierogi. So when they want to play inside, we've got the greenhouse, right? So a lot of light will be let in during the day. Down here, this is also one of my favorite rooms. And this design, I mostly copied from a Reddit user. The idea, and this is where the loft design first occurred to me. When I saw this design, I realized, oh wait, maybe I could do the Leo loft, right? So it was based on the Leo loft that I did this. But yeah, the Reddit user that did this, props to you. Thank you for, I don't know, inspiring me. And also just letting me copy you, I guess. Even though you never agreed to it, you don't even know that I did this. But thanks for sharing it so that I could have a beautiful room in my own little Stardew Valley farm. But yeah, I love it. There's little space. See, Granny, she just got lots of places to entertain people, right? And to sit down and have tea. That's what she's got. You know, and of course some books. And then down here, there's a little tasting room. And originally, the original design has the casks, right? But we replaced the casks with our crystallariums. We needed a place for crystallariums. So we just put them all down here, and it works really well. Turns out this is more than enough crystallariums of jade than that you would need for the staircases, right? That's why. So that was the idea here. The pierogi supremacy, right? The cellar as a journey as well, exactly. Yeah, it was meant to be for Krobus and everything. Yeah, that's true. We had a totally different design originally, and we were gonna build a little like Krobus den, or maybe even a wizard den, like if our dad wanted to come visit. But when I saw this design, I thought I have to do this. This is way cooler than whatever I had before, and I wanted to just try something different. So yeah. And Yuha, what's up? Welcome in. Good to have you here. Kind of late again, but thanks for the epic journey. No worries, dude. I'm glad you could drop by. Catch the final episode. This is it. This is it. This is the end of the Granny challenge. And yeah, the only other thing I'll show you guys. Let's see if we have time. This probably wasn't the fastest way. I didn't show you guys the bookseller. Maybe we could go over there real quick too. I want to show you the Hat Mouse. Look at this. The Hat Mouse Cafe. There you go. Wait, I'll pause it for a second. The Hat Mouse Cafe. Oh, I like it. I like that there's these chairs that you can sit on overlooking the cliff. Like your feet are just dangling, like, you know, don't slip. How would you even get in this chair, you know? It's like you have to like jump over the top of this brambleback. All right. Let's go to the town real quick. It's getting late. Of course, there's so much we could decorate down here. There's so much more to decorate. I always kind of underestimate how long it takes to decorate. Like, just decorating one room takes multiple days in Stardew Valley. Wait, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, the bookseller. Here we go. And let me pause it. Yeah, I like you walk up here, you've got some little, some places just to sit, to chill, the little campfire, the Junimo staying warm at the campfire. More Junimos back here. It's nice. It's nice. And that should be it. I feel like the last thing we need to do, and this is kind of tricky. Put that there. I vote that, actually, it'll be more symmetrical like this. Yeah, so Willie has the good bait whenever he comes to visit. And then we've got all of our statues over here. We've got this accessible. We've done everything in the journal. Wow. Might as well put this away. Where's Krobus? Kroby, I'm gonna give you a gift. Thank you so much for being my bud on this playthrough. I really appreciate it. And what do we do now? What do we do? The end. Tyler just got the granny wig. I know, right? The cafe's adorable. You like that, Leah? I did build that, but I kind of copied it from someone. Most of the stuff I copied, I admit. Most of it I copied. But I did sort of invent a little bit because the file, the person I copied it from was using mods, or they were on Stardew Valley Expanded, so I couldn't copy it exactly. But yeah, taking lots of inspiration. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think it's time. It's almost 1 a.m. I think I'm not even gonna play Junimo Kart. It doesn't feel right. I feel like we just gotta go to bed now. Aw. I'm actually kind of sad, guys. This is the last night that we're gonna spend together. I might as well move the weapons out of the top. What is this? Hot bar. Aw. Or not. Leah, you say it feels right to play Junimo? No, it's like, because the mood is so bittersweet and somber, Junimo is so heart-pounding and anxiety-inducing. It contrasts too much with the emotional state right here. Like, this is... Actually, one last thing I can do. Hold on. The music is nice, but we need to switch it. Did I miss it? No, it should be after winter. I wish you could just see a list. Hold on, no. Yes. This is the song that we need to end it with. I'm gonna click away to pause the game because it's just to enjoy the music. Yeah. Granny played Junimo Kart every day. Not every day. Not every day. It was a good run, Yuha. It's crazy. In some ways, it feels like we haven't achieved it, you know? It's hard. Maybe it's not that we haven't achieved it, but it's hard to accept that this is now... I'm relieved it's over, but I'm also kind of like, there's a bittersweetness to it. Like there's a sort of emptiness. I don't want to say goodbye to Granny Fern. I don't want to say goodbye to Granny Fern. We had so much fun with her. She kept getting reincarnated, and yeah, we had to like find her old body again. Remember, that was one of our goals, is to get her old clothes back. We had to remake her old clothes and change her appearance back at the whatever, the altar at the bottom of the wizard's tower. You know, like so much crazy stuff has happened on this playthrough. Oh yeah, why not Emily's Dance? Oh come on, I mean Emily's Dance is dope, but it's like it's too high energy. I need the bittersweet moonlight jellies. Yeah, what's next for the IRL Granny? This IRL Granny is going to be taking a little bit of a break from Stardew. I mean, at least next Thursday, I'm not going to stream. And I might take that as an excuse to not stream at all next week for gaming. Just because we've been doing so many of these Granny streams every week. It's been so much fun. But it might be nice to take a little more time off. I'll still do my language stream on Tuesday, my Learn Finish With Me stream. But I'm not gonna. I don't want to promise more new streams, and I want to think a little bit about the Grandpa Challenge, and then when I'm ready, we'll start it. Yeah. With the gaming streams will continue, at the latest 2 weeks from today. So don't go anywhere. We're gonna continue with the Grandpa stream. You had a granny that you couldn't decide whether to bury or cremate. In the end, you decided to just let her live. 27. With the jokes. Take your time, Tyler. We'll wait for Grandpa. Thanks for saying that, Marina. Yeah, I'm not in a rush, but I mean, I'm not going to sit around and not play. You know, I want to at least start the challenge. We'll see how difficult it is because, you know, some adjustments were made now with Granny. We might have to make a few adjustments or just do a different challenge or something, or just, you know. I do like the idea of a hardcore damageless. So I don't want to water it down so it's not as meaningful. But yeah, we'll see how realistic it is, and go from there. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Alkaios? Welcome in. Just saw that y'all are about done from the post. Yes. Oh, so you saw the community post. Just started watching the beginning of the playlist about an hour ago. Dude, you've got so many hours ahead of you. There's over 100 episodes of this nonsense, all right? Had been interested for a few weeks, but had a few things to do first. Loving the start, though. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, a lot changes. Just heads up. Our strategy evolves. You know, so much happens. So much Granny lore gets developed. I hope you enjoy watching the playthrough. Yeah. Oh, Granny Fern. All right, guys, we gotta call it. I know I'm dragging this out. I'm stretching it out. I'm savoring the moment. This is like a delicious dessert, right? And it's like, it is, you know, it really is that feeling when it's like the last day of holiday and you just don't want to go to sleep. You just don't want the day to end. You don't want to have to wake up and leave, right? Or you don't want to wake up and go to school or whatever. You want to stay with your friends. You just want to savor this moment and remember it the rest of your life. It is the last day. We would be remiss if we didn't at least check the checklist manifesto. No birthday, so there's no birthday gift. We had our help wanted quest, the ghost, and we talked to the wizard and we turned it in. And yeah, no special order. Everything is crazy. We're done. I can't believe it. We've watched the mountaintop scene. We liberated You know, you can sort of think of it like we're letting Granny go. Even though, you know, we're leaving her here, she's free now. Granny is free to continue living in this iteration of the Stardew Valley universe, right? This is her world now. And we're thankful that Granny let us, you know, control her every movement. It sounds a little creepy now when you say it that way, but we're thankful for the opportunity to have grown with Granny and to have helped her achieve this, achieve this challenge, right? And break free of the Junimo enchantment that had kept her in the Groundhog Day scenario. Thank you, Granny Fern. Goodbye. Oh, what the? We got a new baby? Everything is happening. We got a new baby cow. There's so much. What do we name the... There's only one name. I mean, it's appropriate. There's only one name for this baby white cow. It's also appropriate that we literally just built the Yoba Chapel. And it's like Yoba has now anointed a new being on the farm. This white cow shall be named Perfection because it was born on the day. With every end, there is a new beginning. Exactly. Aw. There we go. Little Granny. I'll wrap up the stream here because it's already like 9:30 p.m. I usually try to end the stream around now. But yes. Okay, and the streams will get you through your summer classes. Alakaios, good. Hope it, at least provide some good background noise for you. 27, going to Tallinn in July, nice. Hope you enjoy that trip. And Marina says, thanks for all the time and streams, Tyler. Granny Challenge was one of many. Thank you. I said it in the community post, but I'll say it again. Thank you guys. If it weren't for you, I can say this would not have been so much fun. Like, it's the dynamic of coming up with Granny lore, coming up with jokes, you know, just creating the story together. I think there is something so fundamental about being playful as humans and playing together. So conducting this playthrough with you guys has really made it into the best playthrough of any video game I've ever experienced. And it wouldn't have happened without you guys in the chat laughing. Sometimes with me, sometimes at me, but you know, nonetheless contributing to I don't know, to the challenge, to the lore, to the fun. Oh yeah, thank you guys, I really appreciate it. Amber, you have rewatch Wound in meetings. Wait, what? Yes, team sports streaming. That's what this is. It might look like we're just playing this cute little farming game, but this is a team sport, and it's competitive. All right, we are top tier elite Stardew gamers. Team Celsius, says Marina. Hey, I defended Fahrenheit, and I will continue. All right, don't trigger me. Don't think because I'm all, you know, soft and teary-eyed from achieving perfection that I'm not about to open up a can of whoop ass on your Celsius nonsense. Come on. No, but really, I'm not gonna get wound up about that. Oh, you need to rewatch most of this meeting, Amber. Okay. Good, good. Hey, well, I'm glad that you're here for it, even though unfortunately maybe you had to miss some of the more climactic parts live. Hopefully, it's a lot of fun for you on the rewatch. And to anyone who's watching this in the future, thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this, and feel free to leave a comment. I've said this before, but I do check the comments. So maybe a year or 2 years from now, it would be nice. Oh, and Krobus is bumping into us. All right, Krobus. He's like, dude, I need to walk here. Yeah, if you leave a comment, and it'd be nice to be reminded of this challenge. So if you're watching this in the future, please do leave that. I like those notifications, and I try to read and respond to all the comments I get. So, yeah. All right, guys. This has been not just another episode of the Stardew Valley Granny Challenge, but the final and climactic one, where we achieved perfection and liberated Granny Fern of the Junimo enchantment. She's free. She no longer has to live in fear of being, of resetting the file and starting back from spring 1, year 1, and nobody knows her, and she has to rebuild all those relationships. She can continue. I'd like to believe that Granny will continue giving loved gifts every day. It's not in her nature to forget their birthdays, and she's already spent several years diligently keeping track of their birthdays. So I think she's going to take care of the town very well. We don't have to worry about it. But if she gets a help wanted quest from a certain someone whose name begins with a D, she might not complete it. She just might say, I don't know about that. Oh, but yeah. Yeah, may Yoba guide Granny from here on. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Have a good rest of your Thursday. A good weekend. A good week ahead after that. And yeah, I'll keep you updated. I'll post on the Discord whenever we start the next gaming stream. Probably the Grandpa Challenge. But yeah, I'll keep you all in the loop. This is Granny Fern for the last time, signing out. Goodbye.